Editing is an often overlooked process of film production, even though it is the vital last step of making a film. Many people think editing is just putting all of the shots in the movie together, but it is so much more. An editor can dictate the tone, look, and atmosphere of a film through the arrangement of shots and sounds. Modern-day editors have the luxury of computer software to add special effects and color correction at the push of a button, but it wasn't that simple during the creation of 2001: A Space Odyssey. Ray Lovejoy, the editor of 2001, had to cut the physical film to the exact length he wanted and tape the shots together by hand. But Lovejoy wouldn't have wanted it any other way, as he said in the documentary 2001: The Making of a Myth.
Tremendous romance attached to it, obviously, which can never be supplied by a computer.
One of the most notable editing techniques used in 2001 is the long duration of shots. Having long takes in a movie can make the viewer grow impatient for the next shot, but Lovejoy was still able to keep the audience's attention by adding music over the shots in order to pace the scene. In this shot, there is very little happening, but the music is able to keep the scene moving along. These long shots became so iconic that they were often parodied, most notably in Mel Brooks' Spaceballs, made in 1987. Lovejoy also used simple editing techniques to enhance the story. In one scene, one of the apes throws a bone up into the air, which match cuts to a space station. This cut connects two very different shots in order to flash forward to 2001, but there are many other meanings behind it. This shot connects the ape to the men in the future, foreshadowing the second appearance of the monolith. Nicholas Barber of BBC.com gives a different take on the cut, saying he interpreted it as, quote, "Human progress has all been about developing bigger and better ways to murder each other," end quote. The connection between the bones that the apes used as tools and weapons to the spacecraft shows that mankind couldn't have gone to space without the initial apes' knowledge. Further into the movie, HAL 9000 is introduced. Even though HAL is an artificial intelligence built into the spaceship, his character still seems very human through the use of shot-reverse shot. Dave and HAL's conversations seem natural simply because of how the shots were arranged. This is done to trick the audience into thinking that HAL has some humanity, even though it is not an actual person. If Lovejoy decided to only show Dave's face when he and HAL talked, the audience wouldn't have been surprised at HAL's sabotage later in the film, because there was no human connection between the two characters. These specific editing choices made in 2001: A Space Odyssey were a large part of the film's success and why many people still enjoy this film today.